paragraph, and you will see the Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda books chapter also. Okay, so these are the chapters we will discuss in today's satsang. So let's continue in the remaining paragraph of Calcutta and Dakshineshwar. So as Swami Ramdas Guruji and the Sadharam got a wonderful experience in Calcutta city. So that time Sadhu not able to sleep very well due to mosquitoes, noise, and it was cold. The climate was extremely cold, extremely cold. So Sadhguru was not able to sleep. So, and then finally, in the form of Kali, Swami Ramdas Guruji had a darshan. So now the conversation going between the one Brahmin sadhu, one Brahmin, one tall sadhu, and the Swami Ramdas Guruji. So that and that we discussed in previous satsang. So that Brahmin boy asked, asked to Swami Ramdas, do you are aware of the Dakshineshwar is a place of Sri Rama? Sri Rama is among Guruji. Swami Ramdas Guruji replied, yes, brother. Ramani sent to this place. Replied by Swami Ramdas Guruji. That and all we discussed on previous satsang. So let's continue the remaining paragraph. The sadhu was a Bengali sadhu. Okay. So next chapter also Tarkana temple also the Bengali sadhu will come along with Swami Ramdas Guruji. So to Ram, the Bengali, to Lord Ram, the Bengali sadhu was sent by Lord Ram. Okay. So evenly Swami Ramdas Guruji. One thing. Brother, have you not heard of great saints of Dakshineshwar, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, who lived here some years ago? Yes, friend, Lord Rama has brought in last year for that very reason, replied by Swami Ramdas Guruji, who was then wandering on the inscrutable ways of Ram. O Ram, well then, said the Bengali sadhu, for he was a Bengali. Come along with me, I shall show you all places connected with life here. Now Swami Ramdas Guruji got a very kind friend called Bengali sadhu. He requested, or we may say that he told Swami Ramdas Guruji, come with me, I will show you the connected places of life here. So immediately Swami Ramdas Guruji expressed of Lord Ram, O Ram, in what words shall thy poor untutored slave measure the depths of the fountain of thy love for thy das? No sooner does he speak out, his wish done is fulfilled. So Swami Ramdas Guruji expressed that your love and love and affection towards these very impressive and very devotional. So that's why Swami Ramdas Guruji expressed of Lord Ram. The Bengali sadhu led the humble Swami Ramdas Guruji. The sadhu did not accompany him. So in that time what happened means the Bengali sadhu took Swami Ramdas along, came along them. Okay. The Bengali sadhu takes Swami Ramdas to show the places of Calcutta Temple Dakshineshwar. That day what happened when the sadhram who come along with Swami Ramdas Guru, no. But that sadhram is not accompanied in that occasion. Only the Bengali sadhu and Swami Ramdas Guruji are traveling in that moment of the occasion. The Bengali sadhu led the humble Swami Ramdas. The sadhu did not accompany him into the room, forming a part of the Rosa building. That honor the courtyard of the temple. So the Bengali sadhu showing the temple structure, the temple structure to Swami Ramdas Guru. So how the temple structure was, how the temple was created, how the temple was considered, that are showing by Bengali sadhu. Bengali sadhu to whom is showing means the Swami Ramdas Guruji. The room was locked. The kind sadhu called the key and opening the door let in Swami Ramdas. So what happened means the sadhu left away, no, in that occasion. While Swami Ramdas Guruji and Swami Ramdas Guruji and the Bengali sadhu was only travel in that location, the movements in that occasion, no. So what happened means the sadhana went to room, went to his accommodation, I think so, accommodation or staying room. That time what happened means the door was locked, he was searching for the key. The sadhana was searching for the key, so let's see next what will happen. The Rosa building was under the square yard of the temple. The room was locked. The kind sadhu called for the key and opening the door. Let in Swami Ramdas Guruji. Oh, the joy doll interior found a cot on which there were a bed and two cushions used by Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa preserved in his memory. Oh, sorry. What happened means the sadhu and the Bengali sadhu who was showing Swami Ramdas Guruji where Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa stayed and lived. So in that moment what happened means in one room where Swami Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was accommodated during that years. So in that room, unfortunately the door was locked. Then the Bengali sadhu asked someone to let in Swami Ramdas Guruji inside. So in that inside, Swami Ramdas Guruji saw Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to things, used to things, That's why inside they found a cot where there was a bed and two cushions used by Swami Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Guruji, preserved in his memory. So Swami Ramdas Guruji approaching them. So what are the things used by Swami Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Guruji? So that things and all saw and amazed by and saw the impression by Swami Ramdas Guruji. So and the Bengali sadhu showed these things to Swami Ramdas Guruji. So in the Dakshineshwar temple outside I think so, because I don't know, I didn't went that temple, I didn't see Calcutta also. So in Dakshineshwar, the Ramakrishna living museum is there, I think so. I don't know nowadays is there or not. So in that museum, Swami Ramdas saw, Guruji saw these things. The one the ladies led on them by turns, by inside the room. By this time he was beginning to feel the electric influence of the very air inside the room. So that time what happened means he feels so while Swami Ramdas went to that room, he feels some energetic feelings, okay? Like what we can say means, it's a very fresh feeling felt by Swami Ramdas Guruji. So till after till of joy passed to him. So Swami Ramdas Guruji was very joy after seeing all these things. Uh, he then laid himself flat on the floor of the room and began to roll over all over the place, all over the one thing. He began by this time he was beginning to feel the electric influence of the very air inside the room. Still and still of joy passed to him. He then laid himself flat on the floor of the room and began to roll over the place, feeling all the while an inexpressible ecstasy of bliss. So Swami Ramdas Guruji was laid down in the floor and rolled down. So which means what we say in Tamil, roll down means kamande, which means like we say no, Anga Padeshnam, roll down. We sat on the floor, so one thing, we laid on the floor, okay, we laid like a sleep mode, we laid down on the, like Anga Padeshnam, okay, Anga Padeshnam dive, Swami Ramdas Guruji laid on the room and rolled down over the place like Anga Padeshnam, okay. So that feel some inexpressible bliss of joy to Swami Ramdas Guruji. O Ram, the floor was blessed by the scent of sky, the feet of the holy man. O Ram, the floor was expressed. The floor was a very fantastic deed of Swami Ramayana Guruji, the holy gate spiritual man, holy gate spiritual leader. About half an hour past this, he was still rolling on the floor, his face beaming with the still light of infinite joy. So now also Swami Ramdas Guruji rolling on the floor, but that time his face was filled with infinite conscious joy. So these are the things happen in Calcutta. So the next topic is called Darganath Temple. So where Bengali sadhu and the Swami Ramdas Guruji travel. So this chapter we'll discuss on next satsang on any other day. So what happened in Calcutta means simply we recall. So first Swami Ramdas Guruji, we stood down one thing. First Swami Ramdas Guruji, previously, first Swami Ramdas Guruji was traveling on train. Then again, after he reached Kolkata, Sadhuram was very extremely not well in Kolkata climate due to extreme cold of the city. Then he found one place, okay. He found one place. So he found one place and finally Swami Ramdas Guruji got the darshan of Kali. Then he went to Kaligarh. Finally he saw one Bengali sadhu and had a great conversation between them. Finally the Bengali sadhu takes Swami Ramdas Guruji to show the places of Calcutta related to Swami Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Guruji. So that time what happened means when he went to the Swami Ramakrishna Paramahamsa living room, that time Swami Ramdas Guruji felt very joy and conscious of bliss happens to him. Okay. So this and all we discussed in Calcutta. Next chapter we will discuss on any other day on next time. So now we will continue on Swami Vivekananda Guruji's books, okay. And this chapter is Gita one, okay, Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita, I am asking, how many of you listen Bhagavad Gita? Tell me in the chat. How many of you listen Bhagavad Gita? Even I also listen few chapters, okay. First chapter, second chapter, so there are various chapters out there. So Bhagavad Gita is always related to Mahabharata, okay. Arjuna Uvacha, Sankhya Uvacha, Dhritarashtra Uvacha. So there's a Bhagavad Gita slokas and all will end with Yaha, Taha, Chaha. So that word only, that type of word only, the Bhagavad slokas are ending. Okay. So let's discuss in Gita one chapter. To understand the Gita, the course is historical background. So instead of normal studying Gita, what is the purpose of studying Gita? First you have to know. Behind that, what are the things happen? What is the history of implementing Bhagavad Gita? What is the purpose of implementing Bhagavad Gita? So who implemented Bhagavad Gita? So that things and all we know. So with that knowing only, while chanting Bhagavad Gita or reading Bhagavad Gita, we can practically observe the things. We can observe learning practically. Observe learning really or practically. What are same? To understand the Gita, one thing. To understand the Gita, requires its historical background. The Gita is commentary on the Upanishads. The Gita is commentary on the Upanishads, Vedas and Upanishads. Yeah, it's really true. Because while chanting Veda Mantra, the other verses Bhagavad Gita slokas are including, okay? Upanishads, books, okay? The other Vedas and Bhagavad Gita are included. The Upanishads are the Bible of India. They occupy the same place as the New Testament does. So Upanishads plays a new role of India. Yes. And they occupy the New Testament. Testament which means it's a testing happens before. That is called New Testament. Okay. Which means in spiritual language we simply call as God testing. So God testing another word is called testament. Okay, testament test. Okay, they are more than 100 books comprising the Upanishads. Some very small, some big, each separate it is. Okay, so Upanishads include various books, but they have a more moral meaning. Okay, once we read the Upanishad means Bible, Quran, that also Upanishad of religion. No, so in same way, there are others of Upanishad books are there. Okay, so once we read and deepen the understand, we know the practical meaning of that. Okay, that's why it is. It's a very test. Okay. The Upanishads do not reveal the life of any teacher, but simply teach principles. Okay, so Upanishad did not teach any life of any teacher. For example, if you if you read a newspaper, it does any teachings of you, but it can gain only English knowledge of intelligence, but does not teach in your life. Okay, if you read newspaper, okay, what is the purpose of reading newspaper? Just to know the news what happens to them. Okay, but what is more important? Okay, so principles. Okay, so how many of you are following principles? No, for example, somebody follow, a few percent follow success principle, few men follow the few other principle like service principle, good principle, bad principle. So there are certain principles are so, but Upanishad does not teach any life of any model, but it has simply because of principles. For example, I want to give is one thing. If you're one second. If you're here is the one second. Here one second. Here is an assume that here is one big below is standing. Okay, below. Okay, in that below, can you see your face yourself through glass? Okay, but what principle is it reveals even face is the index of mind. मुख्य पसीना हाथ में होगा. In Hindi we say no Hindi. So face is the, I don't know Tamil version, okay. So face is the index of mind. So if we assume that the below is there, no, what if you see below, what you will see? What will you see? You will see yourself through the glass, okay. That's why in the power principle we say face is the index of mind. So through glass, we can see yourself on that below only. Okay. So that's why Upanishad also teaches only a simple principle, not life of any other teacher, not like life of teacher. They are shorthand, notes taken down on discussion in general concept of kin. The word Upanishad means sittings near a teacher. Those of you who may have studied some of our Upanishads can understand how they are condensed shorthand sketches. After long discussion had been held, they were taken down possible for me memory. Okay. So in this I want to give you an example. Okay. For example, in school days, max subject I don't know how many of you like, okay, but I like max subject very much. In school days, if you during examination, if you forget to miss any one step, the mark will reduce in maths, okay. Same way, in school days you learn maths very well, but now that maths, do you remember? No, now, okay, for example, if a person learned maths in the year 2002, okay, now his age was 40 or 50, means that the man will remember that maths, okay, remember the subject of the concept. He will say, hey, I learned maths during my school day, that was 2002. Now I don't remember. So this what it explains. Okay, I will repeat it. The word Upanishad means sittings. Those of you who may study some of the Upanishads can understand how they are condensed shorthand sketches. After a long discussion has been held, they were taken down possibly from memory. So if you know something, okay, the best example I want to give is, okay, leave that school memories and that. The best example I will give is, okay, if they are in the classroom, where the teachers they ask students to take a note, okay. That day what happened means some students may take notes, some students may lazy take notes, okay. So after when teachers are saying about the notes of the chapter, now we will take, okay. After the period over, if you ask means what is which chapter you take notes mean, then the student will forget no. The same way, the Upanishads also likewise, okay? Upanishad means one is sitting, okay? If you heard any devotional song, or if you heard any like devotional mantra, so that are all Upanishads, okay? While hearing, that's all in your mind, okay? After a minute, it will gone, okay? For example, if you heard Parayanam, okay? Parayanam in the morning, it is very fantastic chanting, fantastic mantra. And while seeing, while seeing on TV, you are allowed to hear Parayanam. Okay, after switch off the TV, can you say that full Parayanam what all you heard in TV just now? So that's why, okay, that's why it explained. Okay, the difficulty is that you are very little of the background, okay. Only the luminous points are mentioned there. The origin of ancient Sanskrit is 5000 BC. The Upanishads 2000 years. Before that, nobody knows exactly how old they are. So, what they get? The ancient Sanskrit is 5000 BC, but the Upanishads are implemented before that, okay? Nearly 2000 years. 2000 years itself, the Upanishads are come, okay? Vedas and Upanishads, okay? Upanishads are come. But nobody knows exactly whether how old they are, how old the Upanishads are comes to the world. So no one can predict or judge the exact age of Upanishads. The Gita takes the ideas of the Upanishads. In some cases, the very words. They are strung together with the idea of bringing out in a compact, condensed, and systematic form the whole subject the Upanishads deal with. So, what explain means in Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads are also there. Okay, that's why they explain. Upanishads are implemented in the 2000 years. The ancient Sanskrit comes in 5000 years, but we don't know the exact prediction of age of Upanishads. Okay, so but Bhagavad Gita, when you study the slokas of Bhagavad Gita, the various Upanishads are there. For example, Arjuna Vacha, Sanjaya Vacha, Dhritarashtra Vacha, so Vacha, see Bhagavan Vacha, Bhagavad Gita, that the slokas is no. Bhagavad Gita, so Upanishad, so in Bhagavad Gita also the Upanishad is coming, no? But see Bhagavad Gita, so Upanishad, so Adad Brahma Yodhyayaha. So Upanishad also comes in Bhagavad Gita. So that's why the Gita takes the ideas of the Upanishads. In some cases, the very words, okay, the Upanishads also comes in Bhagavad Gita. They are very strong to gather the idea of bringing out in a compact, condensed, and systematic form. The whole subject of the Upanishads deal with. So Bhagavad Gita includes all the Upanishads with that type which brings out the ideas of the Bhagavad Gita slokas. The scriptures of the Hindus are called the Vedas. Okay, the scriptures of the Bhagavad Upanishads are the words that are included in Bhagavad Gita. But what is the main Vedas? The scriptures of the Hindus, okay. Vedas means, for example, doing Omam Japam, then doing daily routines of God worship. So that is called Vedas. By chanting the prayer slogan, that is called Vedas. Vedas. They were so fast, the mass of brain writings, that if the text alone were brought here, this room would not contain them. Many of them were lost. They were divided into branches, and the branch put into the end of certain trees, and they kept alive by memory. Okay. So for example, if you go to temple, what the temple priest will do, they will do puja to the Lord. Okay, they will do puja to the Lord. Suppose if any special day like Vaikuntha Ekadasi or Hanuman Jayanti or any other temple festival comes, what temple priests will do. So they will decorate the Lord and the Lord with Tulsi Mala or with Tulsi Mala and some other things to decorate the Lord and do puja and do worship to the puja of the Lord. Okay, Lord. So that's why the Vedas are included. So while doing puja, the temple priest will chant the Veda mantra. Okay, Veda mantra of the Lord. So in that way the pujas are done. Okay, that's why they explain it. The scriptures of the Hindus are called Vedas. They were so fast, the master of writing that if the text alone were brought there, this room would not contain them. Okay, so the Vedas are only a text. Okay, but the whole room is not contained in that. In the if the text alone was brought here, the room would not contain them. Many of them are lost. Okay, for example, if you write formulas in your book only, not in the whole room. If you write the whole room in, then it will be lost. Okay, it will be lost. Okay, if you write the whole thing, then what happens? The room becomes dirty. Well, then someone will paint that room in a new paint. Then what are the writings you write in the wall? Wall means that the land will be destroyed. The same way the Vedas are. The text only, there is not any big room to contain all. So if you contain me, it will be lost. Okay, it will not be there in that manner. They were divided into branches, and the branch fall into the head of certain priest and kept alive by memory. Such men still exist. They will repeat book after book of the Vedas without any missing a single information. For example, one second. I will give a simple example. Tyagaraja Utsavam. Okay, what happened during Tyagaraja Utsavam. Okay, so I think next year, okay, Jhana February will happen in Tanjavur Tyagaraja Utsavam. Okay, so in that, many artists will come and sing devotional song. Okay, but they will never miss any lines of the lyrics of the music. Same way, the temple priest also doing puja in the temple, they will never miss any slokas of the Vedic mantra. That's why they explain. The small portion left, whole library by itself. The walls of this contain the hymns of the Rig Veda. It is the aim of the modern scholar to restore the Vedic composition. So, Rig Veda. So there are different types of Vedas. Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, and Vedic, under Veda is under Vedic is okay. So these are all included in Rig Veda. Rig Veda. So the oldest of the harmony, instruments harmony sounds, okay. So these are the good and liquid, but it aims to restore the oldest propagation of the Vedas, okay. It brings the old moral scriptures of the Vedas, okay. Conversion, Vedic conversion, okay. Conversion means like Vedic language writings. The whole Orthodox idea is quite different. As your Orthodox idea of the Bible is quite different from the modern scholar. The Vedas are divided into two portions. One the Upanishads, the philosophical portion, and other the work portion. So the Vedas are divided into two portions. One is Upanishad and other is work portion. Okay. So when we will try to give the little idea of work portion. So example of work portion. It consists of rituals and hymns. Various hymns are addressed to various gods. The ritual portion is composed of ceremonies, some of them are very elaborate. For example, I will sing one devotional song. Okay. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Pada Purnamade, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. So why will I sing now? Why will I sing the song now? There are various tunes on that. Bhaja Govindam. So if you sing in that tune will reach now. Bhaja Govindam. So it will create step by step harmony of song, no? So that's why the work portion is there. Okay, Vedic, okay. After the Upanishad means it's like mantras, okay. After developing mantras, then we have the work portion of the singing song, okay. So Bhaja Govindam. If you sing that song, the tone of the stillness is there, okay. Tones will come, okay, in different ways of the Lord, okay. Various gods are done, no. So to various gods we can sing devotion song, no. That's an example of this work portion. So they compose many tunes, many ragas, many rhythms, many harmonies of sounds, many instruments. They compose devotional songs. A great many priests are required. The priestly function became a science by itself, owing to the elaboration of the ceremonials. Gradually, the popularity of veneration grew around these hymns and rituals. Okay. For example, everyone visited your native place. Okay, native place. Okay. Native place. Why are you singing your native place? What do you feel? What do you feel means? Oh, this village only my great grandfather lived. So if you are in abroad, comes for village function, how do you feel? If you see the village function for the very first time, it will be very good. So in this para I will explain, give you example of if you attend your native place village function means that time you saw the many temple priests are doing rituals, okay? Rituals of chanting Vedic mantra and some work portion of the Vedas will be going by singing devotional song, by conducting various namas and kirtana. So that and that will happen, rituals during that time. So that's why they explain in this. But once again I will read. The ritual portion is composed of ceremonies, some of them very elaborate. A great many priests are required. Yes, yes, absolutely. The priestly function became a science by itself, owing to the elaboration of these ceremonials. Okay, so during village function, we will see many double beasts are there. For example, if you bring the elephants will come now, elephants will come. That time what happened means one double beast will sit on the elephant top and do pujas Vedas by chanting the Lord Vedas and Upanishads. So during that function, many double beasts are there, and ceremonies of functions will going on that moment, that occasion. Gradually, the popularity of veneration grew around these hymns and rituals. The god disappeared, and in their place were left the rituals. That was a curious development in India. Okay, and the best example I want to give is uh, if you, for example, if the if okay, if your family did not go did not go to a native place once in a year means what will happen? It will not good in your life. Okay. For example, if you follow to go your native place and okay. if you following to go native place every year or once in a year means then it will be good for your life. Okay. Suppose if anyone disappear, if for example, your father will go to a native place every year, attend the ritual function of the village, whereas son will not go. After father attend daily rituals every year till this last moment, he attended every moment. Okay. Suppose if father disappear means the son necessarily son or daughter. Okay. If son or daughter not attended and go not attended the ritual function of the village, then what will be? So likewise, okay. So but today not done happen like this, okay. If father also going with native village rituals every year, son also go like this. Even daughter also go like this. Even grandchildren also go like this. So generation it keeps on following that rituals of movements, okay. That's why what we say curious development in India. The Orthodox Hindu does not believe in gods and the unorthodox believe in him. If you ask the Orthodox Hindu what is the meaning of the God in the Vedas, he will not be able to give any satisfactory answer. So the person who is Orthodox, okay, not believe anything, not believe it means which means tamasic guna, okay. Simply say tamasic guna, selfish, okay. Always hitting himself into high. I did not believe anybody else, high. I believe myself, so then that way, tamasic guna people what will do, okay. Whatever you ask anything, the answer will not be any satisfactory. They will say, oh, they will say some other confusing answer, did not match the real answer. What do we understand? Ask the question. The priest sing these hymns and pour liberations and offering into the fire. When he asked the Orthodox into the meaning of this, he said the words are power to produce instant efforts. Okay. So if you ask the fire is that means, if you ask Dhammasik Guna people, what is the meaning of this? He will say, hey, it's only an effect, not a power. So he does not know. It's a power of fire. But he simply assumes that, says that it's an effect. Okay. So the remaining paragraph will continue on next satsang on any other day. So we will discuss, today we discuss about the Gita chapter on the remaining paragraph of Kalkata Dakshineshwar. Okay. So today in Gita 1 chapter brings out about Vedas and Upanishads. So that and all we discussed in today's satsang. So what is Veda, what is satsang? This and all we discuss in Vedas and all. Upanishads are included in Bhagavad Gita as I give a slogan also. Okay. So these are the things we'll discuss today. The next chapter, the next remaining paragraph will continue on next satsang on another day. Thank you, Hari Om. Good night to all of us. Have a good night, good day. Thank you, Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Om.